Hello, students. In continuation with Unit 1, Contribution to Modern Management, today we'll be learning about importance of modern management in this changing environment. So, the first point it is, these are the points which describes about how modern management is important, what is its importance in the organization, and how it is different from traditional management, how the way of thinking, how the mentality, the thinking process has been changed since so many years, since decades, and how modern management has been changed as in comparison with the traditional management. That is what we are going to see. So what is the importance of modern management? In that, the first point is reality orientation. So reality orientation means modern management believes in reality. It considers the dynamic environment, which is a very important factor in decision making for managerial effectiveness. Okay, that means it believes in reality, it believes in what are the facts. Okay, so modern management theory and practice has reality orientation, and it does not ignore the dynamic environment, because when we are talking about environment, it includes both our internal environment and external environment, and so many changes takes place in the external environment. For example, which are the factors of external environment? It includes our economic environment, political environment, geographical environment, demographic environment, international environment, market environment. So all these external environmental factors, the forces plays in such a way that certain changes takes place in these environmental factors, and these factors do have a effect, whether it is a good effect or a bad effect. So we can say in management language that these changes in external environment bring about certain opportunities or threats for an organization, right? So what does modern management believe? It is always alert about what changes are taking place in environment, and how those changes are going to affect the management, or the how the decisions have to be taken so that those changes would be feasible for us. That way modern management believes in it, so it is reality based, we can call it as. Then second one is flexibility. Flexibility here, it means that modern management is not at all rigid. It doesn't believe in one specific approach, one managerial theory which is suitable for any organization. It believes that modern management is a flexible kind of management, where it avoids rigidity in thought and action, which makes an approach outdated and obsolete and finishes its validity, right? So modern management is ready to change itself, change its actions, decisions, policies, procedures according to the changes in the environment. The environment may be an internal environment or external environment, so the modern management is enough flexible to make the changes in the organizational policies as per the changes of taking place in the environment, right? So for example, if in technological environment, if new technology is being entered into the market, then organization, if it finds that this new technology is beneficial for the organization, if we accept it, our managerial process would be more effective, then they'll definitely go for it. They will accept that technology, they'll purchase that technology, install it, they will learn how to use that technology. That way they are flexible. So we can say that modern management is enough flexible and it avoids rigidity. Okay, so that was the second point. Then third point is that analyze the human behavior at workplace and find the causes. Now, students, organizational behavior is one of the new discipline which has come up in management, which studies that why people behave in a specific manner. What is the reason? That means at workplace, what is the behavior of your employees at workplace, and why do they behave? So you can call it as organizational behavior is to analyze the human behavior at workplace and to find out its causes. Now, for example, there are some employees who don't obey the orders of their superiors, who don't do their work up to the mark, isn't it? So you have to find out that why this specific person is behaving like this. Something must be wrong, or he might be hurt by some of the policies of management, or somebody in the organization might have hurt him, and that's why he's not ready to give his 100%. So here you have to find out the cause. What is the reason why this particular employee is not behaving in a normal manner, or he's not ready to give his best for the organization? Okay, so organizational behavior, or OB, is a discipline, or is a subject which has come up, or an important subject in modern management, important concept rather we can say, which analyzes the human behavior at workplace and tries to determine its causes, right? And it tries to translate the results of this analysis into effective management techniques. And because of this, what has happened, this has broadened the scope of managerial analysis and brought a new perspective of building effective tools and techniques based on cause effect relationship. So here what you are supposed to do is, in modern management believes that you have to find out the causes why people behave like this, and on basis of that analysis you can motivate your employees to give their best, to use their potential. Okay, so that is OB. OB has come up as a new concept, important concept, or a discipline in modern management. That is the third important part of modern management. Okay, then the next one is consider workers as human beings who has effect of external surroundings. Just now we talked about internal environment and external environment. Just now we also explained that what is OB, right? So in continuation with the earlier point, here in modern management it is considered that workers are treated as human beings. If you remember, in first year we learnt about management, right? So in that especially scientific management, so in that, workers were not treated as human beings. They were just treated as one of the factor of production who can be thoroughly utilized to increase the production of the organization. That was the use of workers, right? So they were not considered as human beings. Their feelings, their values, their feelings were not given that much importance in traditional management. But when we are talking about modern management here, modern management considers workers as human beings. It respects its feelings, and it also considers that every human being has some or the other effect of his external surroundings. It means surroundings, it means it has the human being has effect of his family, his friends, the environment in which he is being brought up, the principles, values, the way he or she has been, the upbringing has taken place. All these factors, or the way or the culture in which that particular person has been brought up, all these factors do have a effect on human being, right? So the capacity and willingness to work is of an human being is not only affected by the internal systems, procedures and facilities, but also by the external surroundings. This is what modern management believes in. Okay, so what modern management look at workers is that management practices should be designed in such a way that you must fit in the organizational environment. Then only the success is possible. Right, so continuation with the OB, organizational behavior, you have to find out that an individual is being brought up in which environment, why does he behave like this, and accordingly you have to fit that particular individual in the internal environment of the organization. Okay, so this look or this outlook of modern management is that we want to treat workers as human beings, respect their feelings, and we want to get work best work done from them. That is what is being considered here. Then the next point is that innovative outlook in management practices. Now modern management believes that managers have to use whatever can work. That means every manager, or in modern management what is the important requirement is that you have to think about innovative management practices every time. In last lecture we discussed about that the capacity of today's manager is measured in the way how he is practicing or how he is implementing some innovative things in the organization. On basis of that his capacity is being measured, right? His effectiveness, his efficiency is measured on that basis. So innovation is a must in modern management. Don't go for repetitive, those methods, those practices which have been continuously being used since past, so in so many years, decades ago. Those practices only you're continuing with earlier managers, whatever decisions they have taken, whatever policies and procedures they have adopted, the same if you'll continue in the next modern era also, today's modern market also, then they'll be useless, right? So what modern management believes is that managers have to make use of innovations every time in every work. Whenever they take the decision, whenever they chalk out the policies and procedures, when they take the action, every time they have to think that how I can do this in a very innovative manner which anybody else can't do that, so that I'll be more effective and so that my organizational objectives can be achieved. So innovative outlook is must in modern management. This is what change we come across in comparison with traditional management. And the next one is practical oriented. So here modern management reminds that means they are making aware, or they are creating that awareness among the managers that you have to be very pragmatic and very practical. Now practical in the sense what, it means that even if you are having thorough knowledge about theory of management, of course it is necessary, theory is the base, you must know how to what is management, but at the same time the practice of management is much more important than theory of management. Okay, because management is dealing with people, right? Management is doing function, it is not a thinking function. You have to practice management, all the functions of management, from planning to controlling. Planning means only planning, you have done your planning, you have written, for example, you as a student, you plan your studies, you prepare your timetable, right? And then if you just prepare it and keep it in your cupboard, it is of no use, isn't it? What you have to do is you have to work according to that, isn't it? So you have to implement that planning, then only you can say that then only you'll get results. Okay, so planning alone will not bring results. Okay, so basically management is a doing function. All which matters most in management is implementation or execution. Okay, so um, enthusiasm and activism are the important effective weapons to win the competition, right? So you have to be very enthusiastic. Humans, modern managers have to be very active, enthusiastic, and as I said, that they must have innovative outlook in management practices. Then only you will be successful, or you will survive in this market. This is what it is explained. Okay, so for in today's lecture we'll conclude over here. Again, in importance of modern management in changing environment, we haven't completed yet, there are still some more point. but here importance is divided into three parts. Whatever we saw today, it is a general importance. Now in next lecture we'll be talking about what is the economic importance and what is the national importance. That means why modern management is so very important for building of a nation and its economic importance. So in three parts we are going to learn, so it would be a lengthy kind of a concept, importance of modern management. So for today's lecture I conclude. Thank you.